Hello, everybody. Welcome to Solar Movement. My name is Ash, and today we have a 40-minute slow flow yoga practice to ground you, to slow down the nervous system, and to create a little bit of energy to shift anything you may need. So to get started, make sure you have 2 blocks, you have some water, and I have a blanket. So if you ever need it to sit on, if you need padding underneath your knees, go ahead and grab so. Alrighty, and let's get started. We're going to get started in a seat today. So if you would like to sit on top of a blanket or a block, go ahead and find that underneath the hips to find this natural lift and a tilt in the pelvis. Starting to land in the practice, drop the shoulders away from the ears. And just take a moment and noticing how you're landing today. How are the thoughts, the quality of the thoughts? How's the quality of the breath? How's the quality of the physical? If there's any tension you may be working with. How are you, in other terms? Without judging or creating stories to the feeling of what's going on internally, it's more so an acknowledgement. Okay, I see you. I feel you. And that piece is what we are going to be working with throughout this next 35-ish minutes together. Let's inhale together, breathe in through the nose. Empty the mouth and sigh it out. Inhale, breathe in. Open the mouth, gently sigh it out. Inhale through the nose, breathe in. This time, hold at the top. Sip in a little bit more air through the nostrils. And hold. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Noticing what it feels like. And then when you're ready, you can gently, without force, let it go. Press the navel back. Hold on empty. And then take a breath in. Seal the lips and exhale through the nose. Elongating through the in and exhale. Heating up the body from the inside out. The breath is the ujjayi breath. So your inhales and exhales come from the nose. It's finding this restriction in the back of the throat. Sounds as if you're making an ocean sound or a ha. H-A. And inhale the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop the left hand down, right hand will grab the head and peel the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Lengthen through the left fingers towards the left. Plug the right knee down. Maybe dip the chin a bit. Inhale through the left side of the neck. Exhale, release the head, dip the chin down, and release the fingers behind the spine. Plugging the knuckles down towards the earth. And then gaze up with the chin, up towards the ceiling. Press the knuckles away from the back body. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Release the hands, circle them back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop the right hand, and with the left hand, grab the head and draw the left ear down to the left shoulder. Maybe the chin spirals up towards the ceiling or down, whatever feels okay in the neck. Just taking a moment and noticing and slowing in to the physical, dropping the head into the body and body into the moment. Release the head, drop the chin down, interlace your fingers again, but try and do the opposite grip. So if it feels weird, that's correct. Plug the knuckles away and then reach the chin back up towards the ceiling. Breath in. And this time, as you exhale, you're going to lean forward. Keep the hands as they are. And plug the knuckles as far as you can up towards the ceiling. With your knuckles leading, press back up and bring that wrist on the outside of the right hip. Plug the right elbow back so your hands are on the outside of the right hip. They're still in the fist. Plug the right elbow back. And take a breath here and then drop the right ear again to the right shoulder. And find a few half moons here with the chin. So you're going to go up with the chin, breathing into the fascia on the left cheek and then down. And then back up. And then back down. Drop the chin over towards the left. Unravel the hands from the right hip. Bring them to the left. Plug the left wing back. And then a few half moon circles here in the chin. Bring your chin all the way up towards the ceiling. Circle your arms. Gaze at the palms as they come to touch. And exhale the palms down to the heart center. Press the chest into the thumbs, thumbs into the chest. Inhale here. And then exhale, crawl your hands forward, finding a tabletop position. Hands are underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then widen your knees a bit from here, actually, and you're going to send the tailbone back to a child's pose. Crawl your hands forward. Drop the forehead down. And then as if you're doing cow pose, you're going to press into the hands, arch your belly forward. So there's rounding in the spine. Inhale. Exhale, drop the pelvis, press into the hands, press into the tops of the toes. Kind of like an up dog, but with the knees on the earth. Press into the hands, tuck the chin, dome through the spine, rounding back into a child's pose. Inhale, arch forward like you're doing cow pose. Drop the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. And then send it back as you round through the spine into a child's pose. And then you're going to stay in this child's pose for just a few breaths. Crawl the fingers a little bit closer to the top edge of the mat. Inhale here. And exhale. Crawl your hands over towards the right. Allow the left hand to be a little bit higher than the right fingertips. Breathing through the left side body. Exhale, slowly crawl yourself through center over towards the left. The right fingertips will be a little bit higher than the left. Crawl yourself through center and then press into your hands. Roll yourself up into a tabletop position. Bring the knees back, hips width distance apart. And then go ahead and start to lift that right knee out towards the right. Flex the toes towards the knee. And let's find a few knee circles here. Opening up through the hip joint. Switch directions. If you want to come onto the right fingertips, you can. And then with that left hand, walk it over towards the left. Keep that right knee bent and grab the knee and press it in towards your face. Gaze can be at the left hand. And then swing it back around, hands forward, drop the right knee down. Now left side, start to bring that knee up. Let's find a few circles here, take up space. You can tint the left fingertips if that feels better in the wrist. Switch direction. And then the right hand will go over towards the right, opening up, bring that left knee and press it into the face. Gently come back down to a tabletop. Tuck the toes And let's find our first down dog of this practice. Send the tailbone high and then start to pedal out the feet. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. And then shake your head maybe, because sometimes we just don't know, and that's okay too. We're just here along for the ride of life. And sometimes it can be a little bit more fun not to know what's going on. Just trusting the flow, trusting that there is a greater purpose to whatever we're going through currently in this season. Widen the feet as wide as the mat. Press into the left hand, send the tailbone a little bit higher as you reach the right arm, touch the left wrist, and grab the shin or the thigh, peeling yourself underneath the left armpit. Drop the right hand back through center, left arm reaches underneath for the left leg. Drop the left hand back through center, and we're going to move breath to movement. So inhale, and as you exhale, right to left. Inhale forward. Exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach. And exhale, tap. Inhale, drop the hand. Bend the knees, touch the belly in between the thighs, send the tailbone down. And then you're going to crouch forward into a high plank. Walk the toes in line with the hips. Squeeze everything into the midline. Pause here. And then exhale, you're going to lower everything down onto the earth. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Hug the elbows in. Drop down. Untuck the toes. Allow the big toes to kiss and allow the heels to splay out. Stack your forearms and drop your forehead on top of the head, on the wrist. Take a breath here and take a breath out. One more breath in and one more breath out. Beautiful. If there's anything to the left and to the right of you, go ahead and place it out towards the front or towards somewhere else. And then tee out your arms, make them a little bit higher than chest width distance. So maybe in line with the chin, drop down onto the forehead, pick the left knee up, bending the knee, and you're going to scorpion that left foot over towards the right, coming onto the right side, pressing firmly into the right hand. Left hand can stay where it's at, or it can reach towards the front. You can tent the fingertips by the face, or you can reach it up towards the ceiling and pressing it back, allowing gravity to give you a slightly different stretch here in the shoulder. Slowly come back around, drop the left hand, bring the left leg back through center. And whatever hand was on bottom, place that on top, and then drop the head onto the wrist, paralleling the forearms to the front of the mat. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Again, tee out the arms, like chin width distance, press into the left hand, bend the right knee, and scorpion it over towards the left. Maybe your back does a snack, crackle, and pop. Snap, crackle, and pop? I actually don't even know. I think it's snack, crackle, and pop. No, it's snap, crackle, and pop. Let me know in the comments, y'all. Don't be shy. Breathing here during the shoulder stretch. Whatever you did on the first side, feel free to experiment with it on this side. It's okay if it's different. And then slowly come back down. We're going to be on our bellies for a little bit longer. Find the crocodile pose again. Stacking your arms on top of one another and drop the forehead down. Wag the hips left to right. And then bring your forearms equal distance. So finding a Sphinx pose. So the elbows are underneath the shoulders. And then you're going to squeeze the elbows towards the belly button towards the elbows. Press into the elbows and forearms to find a lift in the chest. And then press into the big toes, lifting the chins, the knees, and maybe a little bit of the thighs. Take a breath here. And take a breath out. Inhale, maybe press into the hands, lengthening through the arms. Yeah, and then let's look towards the left, back behind us, towards the back wall. Turn through center, look towards the right. Turn through center, lower back down into Sphinx. And then slide that left knee out towards the left. So the left knee is in line with the left hip and the left ankle is in line with the left knee. And flex the toes towards the knee. Inhale here. And exhale, press into the hands. Press into that left knee as you extend through the arms. Bring the left hand a little bit closer, more in the middle of the mat. And the right arm is going to sweep and thread underneath that left. Drop the right shoulder down. Pivot onto the right side body and bring that left hand up and back. Nice, gentle twist again here. It's very twisty flow. Very grounding. Slowly come back around. Drop the left forearm down, press into it, bring the right forearm back in line. Slowly bring that left leg back. Bring the right knee out towards the right, setting up. Inhale, extend through the arms, and as you exhale, left arm will thread underneath the right. Drop the left arm down. Fingers can reach forward or back, rolling onto the left side. Take one more full breath. And out. Slowly come back around. Press the right forearm down, lift up, left forearm meets. Bring the right leg back to meet the left and just shake the hips left to right. Slowly drop the head, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, and you're going to press up either into a baby cobra, a cobra, or an up dog, lifting the kneecaps, the thighs, and then exhale, send the hips up and back for a downward facing dog. Then gaze forward and slowly walk your feet towards the front of your space. Feet are hips width distance apart. And if you don't know what that is, put two fists in between the feet. There you go. Keep the knees slightly bent. You can have blocks underneath your hands for halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Blocks, shins, or thighs. Sending the crown back or forward and the tailbone back. And then exhale, let's fold and bow over the legs. Inhale, press into the feet, reach the arms high towards the sky. Look up at the palms as you exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, drop the hands towards your side. Widen the feet a little bit wider than hips width distance apart, heels in, toes out. Bend the knees, reach through the arms, lift up, breathe in. Exhale, clear the space, exhale. Inhale, lift. Little activation here, exhale. Inhale. Breath out. Inhale. Out. In. Out. I'm bringing a new breath into the blood, the brain, the muscles, the body. In. Out. One more time. In. Exhale, hands by your side. Place one on your hand, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Dip the chin a bit. Maybe you feel your heart beating underneath your hand. Try not to fidget, just notice. Settle the breath, invite in some cooling. So slow the exhale as you're like pursing through your lips like you're blowing out through a straw. Inhale. And exhale. Walk your feet back underneath your hips and then reach your arms back up. Gaze follows. Interlace all 4 fingers except the pointer and the thumb, finding a steeple grip. Reach up and out of the pelvis. Press the hips forward as you find a tiny back bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive. Hinge at the hips and bow over the legs. Shake the head, yes. And then shake the head, no. Plant the hands down. Step the left foot back behind you. Bend the right knee. Drop the left knee. Tent out the fingertips and bring the right knee underneath the right armpit. Shift the pelvis forward, gaze forward. Breathe in and breathe out. Press into the right foot as you root to rise. Reach the arms, Anjaneyasana, inhale. And then exhale, sink your pelvis down and forward. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Walk that right foot out towards the right. So you're finding a little bit opening in the space in front of you. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Press the knuckles down. Take a breath here. And then exhale, bow in between that right knee. Press into the top of the left foot, into the right big toe. Can you shift your weight forward a bit? Allow the brain to drain. Soften through the mouth, through the jaw. Release through the hands. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, plant the hands on the inside of the right foot. Pick up that left knee, finding a lizard pose. So if you want to crawl that foot out in line with the edge of the mat, feel free to do so. Wrists are underneath shoulders. And then come onto the ball of the left foot and then just shift forward and back. And if this is as far as you want to go here, please feel free to stay. If you would like to find blocks underneath your forearms, that's always an option. Or even blocks on the earth. And pause here. Really lift that left femur, hug muscle to bone, and squeeze that right knee into the right shoulder, the tricep. Lift the torso, hands lift, extend the arms, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, if blocks were there, go ahead and place them off towards the front. Heel toe the right foot in line with the hip, and then step it back, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. And then inhale, roll forward and pause in a high plank. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower all the way down onto the belly, slowly, slowly, slowly. Inhale, find a back bend, baby cobra, cobra, or up dog. And exhale, send your way back into a downward facing dog. Gaze forward. And on your next breath out, slowly travel to the front. You can tiptoe the toes, hop, hover. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, fold. Plant the hands, and this time step the right toes back. Drop the right knee down. Tent out the fingertips, side of the mat, left knee under left elbow, arch armpit. And then drop the pelvis forward, gaze forward. Inhale. And exhale. Press into the left foot. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana, lift the hands. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back, maybe opposite grip. Press the knuckles away, lift the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, melts in between the left knee. Press into the left foot. Inhale, lift. Exhale, walk the left foot out towards the left. Place the hands on the inside. Lift the right knee. Come onto the ball of the right toes, finding this lizard lunge on the left side. Shift forward and back. If you want to lengthen through that left leg, I should have said that on the right side. Go for it. Just stretching through the hamstring, finding a little bit of flossing here by pressing into that heel, creating some resistance. And then finding some static holds here, coming back to that lizard. You can stay with the arms on the earth, the hands, or you can drop down onto some blocks. But keep that right femur and thigh muscle, the quad, wrapping around, super active, protecting yourself. And press that right heel towards the back wall. One more full cycle of breath in and out. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, lift up, place the blocks off towards the side, heel toe the left foot in line with the hip, framing the foot with the hand and step it back, downward facing dog. Press into your hands and your chest towards your thighs, drop the head, look in between the knees or the thighs. If you need to widen your stance, you can. And then lift the heel, lift up, breathe in. Exhale, step the right foot or grab it in between the hands. Then you're going to crawl towards the left, find a wide fold, inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold over the legs. Bend into the left knee. So you can find a high side lunge as so, or you can melt down into a skandasana, bending through that left knee, very generously dropping the hips. Hands can stay rooted on the earth, or you can find yourself in a prayer. And then inhale, press into that left foot, hands back on the earth. Slowly rebend through that right knee. Frame the right foot with the hands, pivot the left toes towards the front, and inhale, rise up, high crescent. Reach the arms high. Exhale, sink into that hip. Press the left hip up. Right knee is 90-degree angle. Fingertips are super active and tuck the pelvic bone under. Reach up, breathe in. Exhale, hover over that right thigh. Right hand's back behind you. Squeeze the palms together. Inhale, reach the arms high. And then exhale, drop the left heel down, warrior two. Tee out the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press the right knee towards the pinky toe. On your next inhale, keep the hips still and you reach forward. Cartwheel your hands down. Turn the toes, either the left toes directly towards the front, and bring the foot in about 4 inches and drop the heel down. Find your block, setting up for pyramid pose. Find a halfway lift, lift the crown. And then exhale, melt over that right leg. Drop the head, bump the left hip forward, right hip back. Keep your left hand rooted onto the earth. Find a halfway lift, inhale. And then either exhale, bring the right hand on the small of the low back, or finding a deeper twist and rotation in the chest. Reach the right hand up. Reach the fingers a little bit higher. And as you exhale, the left hand stays where it's at. You're going to thread underneath the left arm, reaching for the thigh, the left thigh, or bring it down, peeling yourself open or in. So bend the right elbow. And then maybe the left hand leaves the block and reaches for the right shin, kind of finding this like pretzel shape, pyramid pretzel shape. Really unravel slowly, slowly. Frame the hands by the right foot. And then step the right foot back to a 3-legged dog. So send it up and give it a little shake. And then drop it down. Inhale the left heel high. Exhale, step or grab it, step it in between the hands. This time turn towards the right, find a wide fold, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend the right knee, so Skandasana on the backside, or high side lunge. Really pressing into that left heel. And then slowly and mindfully, start to re-bend through that left knee, and you're gonna come back and lift up into a high lunge, crescent lunge, reach up. Exhale, bend through that left knee, plug the shoulders in, tuck the pelvis under, squeeze that right glute. Reach up here, breathe in. Exhale, hover over the left thigh. Keep the chest lifted. The crown is really being magnetized towards the front of your space, and that right heel and the tailbone are being pulled towards the opposite. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, warrior two. Slow doesn't always mean easy, y'all. Just a reminder. Keep your hips still. Shift forward, inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame the left toes. Pick up that right heel, bring it in about a few inches, drop it down. Finding your blocks. Find a halfway lift, plug the right hip forward. Exhale, melt over the left leg. Squeeze muscle to bone. Leave the right hand rooted on the earth. And as you inhale, exhale, twist the left arm up towards the left. Drop the left hip down and back, or the left hand can be on the small of the back where the sacral bone is. Really plug into that left big toe. Reach the fingers, inhale. Exhale, thread underneath that right arm. Reach for the right thigh. And really peel yourself under the right arm. Remove the right hand from the block or the earth. Reach for the left shin. And peel yourself under. Press the hip towards the right. One more breath. Slowly unravel. Place your hands to frame the left foot. Step back to a three-legged dog. Give the left leg a shake. Drop the toes down. Down dog. Roll forward. Drop the knees. Child's pose. Widen the knees. Big toes to touch. Send the hips back. Crawl the fingers forward. Drop the head. Steady through the breath. Take as many breaths as you need to find steadiness, to find ease. You are in no rush. And then pick up your head, walk your hands back to meet your knees. Bring your knees in close together, coming to sit on top of the shins. Keep the chest lifted. So notice if you're slouching back. I was just doing that, so I noticed. Pick the chest up a bit. Long line through the spine. Reach your arms out to a T. Exhale, left arm will cross over the right body. Hook the elbow with the right arm, gazing towards the left. Keep those fingers spread apart. Reach the arms out towards a T. Right arm crosses, left hooks, and then look towards the right. Inhale, arms out. And then exhale, drop them by your side, and we're gonna set up for a hero's pose, and there's different options. You can always place a block or a blanket underneath the heels. And for me, knees together, You're going to take the calves with your thumb and roll them out to one side, roll out the other, and you can just stay like this. Just stay like this. It's a beautiful meditative stance. If you would like to take the full posture, hands will come down behind you, and you're going to start to lean back. And then the fingers will start to go forward. The more you go back, dropping down onto the forearms. And you can stay here. Press the knees down. So it's a nice stretch in the opening of the front of the legs and the hips. And then if you would like to go all the way down, you can come down, press the knees down. Arms can be out back behind you, underneath the head, lifting the chest, whatever feels good. We're here for 2 more breaths. And slowly and mindfully bring your hands by your side. I like to grab my mat to pull me up, and then finding a child's pose. Slowly turn at the slingshot forward, melt down. Hero's pose is a beautiful asana to do to help digestion. So if you're noticing, as I'm noticing in myself, my tummy is making some noises. It's digesting food, which is good. So if you ever need some help in your tummy, you can always take hero's pose, half hero's pose. Really a beautiful pose, and it's a big opening in the front body too. Lots of energy can pass through. Gently lift yourself back up. Removing a prop if it was underneath you, swiveling your feet to one side, coming onto your glutes. Bend your knees, reach your arms forward, and then slowly come down onto the backs. Bring your knees with you. Widen your knees, find a happy baby, grabbing the outer edges of the feet, pressing the knees into the armpits, and keep the tailbone and the crown rooted onto the earth. Let out any intuitive sound. Bring your feet together, and then drop your knees and your feet down, finding the supine Baddha Konasana, butterfly. Take a breath here. And take a breath out. If there's any last minute poses you feel you may need before you enter into Shavasana, go ahead and take it. If you would like to stay like this is a beautiful pose. But please, if you are feeling the urge to stop the video once I say Shavasana, this is for you. Challenge yourself to stay lying down without moving and to be still for at least 1 minute. It is essential to learn to be still. It is essential to learn to be bored. It is essential to learn to rest. There are so many things going on in our lives. Our minds are always active, either through just being at work, being a parent, being a friend, or even scrolling on social media. Our brains are always on. So giving yourself at least 1 minute to sit still without moving, without doing, it's essential, my friends. Start to deepen through the breath, inhaling, allowing the belly and the chest and the heart to rise. And exhale, slowly sigh out. You have nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Shavasana. If you would like more time, please stay in your corpse pose. But if you gotta go, I get it, I get it, I get it, trust me. And guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. It truly means a lot to have your support. If you've watched this whole video, please just do me one favor. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please like. Thank you guys. Be well. Namaste.